Knowing how to find your drawn liquidity is the most important skill in trading. You should not be using daily bias in 2026. You should instead be looking for a drawn liquidity and having if-then statements. For example, if this happens, then I will do this and I will look at this drawn liquidity instead of this drawn liquidity. So we will be using different conditions to determine on where we think the market is most likely to go based off what price is telling us. So we have 3 steps to finding the drawn liquidity. The first step is identifying key and obvious draws. So we've got this time in price and we are going to look for the key and obvious draws on liquidity. So if we look at the market here, we've got a lot of buy side liquidity above, right? We've got stacked highs all up above here, here, and here. So what's the most obvious draw on liquidity above? Now you could say obviously this high. It is very close in proximity, and that's another thing to note. Make sure these draws on liquidity are close in proximity and actually have a high chance of being hit in that session that you are trading. We also have an unfilled 4-hour fair value gap here. So we have these two draws on liquidity above. Below, which are coming down to a lot of momentum, we have this close level of sell side. And then we also have this even further level of sell side liquidity. So these are our key draws above and below. And obviously on the higher time frame, sort of more in proximity, we have this trend line liquidity above. But we're not going to expect for this to be ran this whole session. However, it could still be a magnet to price, and it could make price want to take us higher in the short term as well. So now what are we going to look at? If we just play price... Sorry, let's go back. So now we've identified step 1. Key and obvious draws, right? We've got all them marked out coming into the chart. That did not take long at all. Obviously, if we had equal lows, or you will know all the draws, all the key draws on liquidity. So equal lows, equal highs, unmitigated fair value gaps, trend line liquidity, and obvious swing highs and lows are the key levels that you want to be looking for. So the second factor is identify your conditions, fair value gaps, highs and lows, and 50% levels. Now, I'll break this down very carefully. So our conditions right here, we have a 4-hour fair value gap. That is condition 1. So what else do we have? If we just mark out this most recent range from this high to this low, we now have a 50% level. And we also have all of these swing highs and lows that we've already marked out, right? So we've already marked out these conditions. So all we're going to do is look at these key levels we have marked out. And you're going to watch and see how does price react from these levels. So let's go down to the lower time frame. As you can see, we have that 4-hour above. How is price? This is probably our first condition, because as you can see, we're closest to this 4-hour fair value gap than anything else. Let's see how price reacts to this condition. So now that we've hit this 4-hour fair value gap, what does price do, right? What you need to be looking for is how is price going to react to hitting this 4-hour fair value gap. If we keep coming through with strong momentum, there's no bearish sign out of the 4-hour fair value gap, so why would we be bearish? However, if we get a short setup, which is our confirmation, right? An inverse fair value gap to the downside, or a CISD, or an order block, or however you enter into a trade, doesn't matter how, that is our confirmation that this 4-hour fair value gap will hold, and it will take price lower to our sell side draws on liquidity. So you identify your draws, and then you need to look for conditions that verify your draws on liquidity and tell you which draw on liquidity we are going to go to first. So let's see how we react from this 4-hour fair value gap. We come into the 4-hour fair value gap, and then what you can do when we're inside this 4-hour fair value gap, you can mark out lower time frame conditions now, right? So the 15-minute fair value gaps are quite small, but if you look here, this 5-minute is a super obvious fair value gap. If we get this 4-hour delivery, as well as this 5-minute inversion fair value gap, so if we disrespect this 5-minute on the lower time frame, you can expect price to see us go lower. So let's see what price does here. We play price forward. Okay, so we now actually inverse this 5-minute fair value gap. So we zoom out, we zoom back out. We can see that price is clearly respecting this 4-hour above. So now what are we going to look at? We're going to look at this level of sell side liquidity, and we're also going to look at this level of sell side liquidity. because they are the closest in proximity. And how would I use the 50% level? So this 50% level would be the exact same. If price were to come up to this 50% level, it's a typical area where price will bounce. If we, for example, in this instance, if we are bearish, we would typically see price bounce from this 50% level and continue as lower. So all you will do is see, how do we react to this 50% level? Do we blast through it and then look like we're going to the highs? Because if we don't deliver from that 50% level, we want to see, for example, this unfilled gap above tapped into. So our next buy side draw, we would want to see tapped into. Of course, that is a different scenario. So let's deal with where price is right now. We've got our 5-minute confirmation to the downside. So this is actually a valid trade setup that you could take for my model, which is inversion fair value gaps. On top of this, all while this is going on the higher time frame, you can identify lower time frame draws on liquidity and conditions, which is what we've got right here. So this is trendline liquidity to the downside, and let's play price through and see what happens. We chop around a bit, and then we eventually go to our draw on liquidity. Now this would have probably been a break-even trade for my model, but the idea is finding the draw on liquidity, and then you can catch trades in line with that draw on liquidity. I have loads of videos on my entry model which you can find how to catch trades in line with the draw on liquidity. Now, what has price just done here? So if we zoom out, you can see, how are we going to react off of what price does at key highs and key lows? So if price is truly bearish, this should not act as a liquidity sweep. We should continue distributing lower towards this key and obvious low that I've got marked out, and this should be our next sell side draw. But if price reacts bullish, we can now anticipate higher time frame fair value gaps or draws on liquidity to the upside getting hit next. So next condition, what do we have in this leg down? We have this hourly fair value gap. Exactly the same protocol. When we hit this hourly fair value gap, what we're going to wait for price to do? Either respect or disrespect this hourly fair value gap. So let's go down to the 5-minute time frame to see if we come up to this hourly fair value gap or not. After sweeping this low, of course, we don't come down to it, we don't come up to it. And we also respect this 5-minute fair value gap. So this is another sign of bearish confirmation. And as you can see, when we do not distribute through a 5-minute fair value gap like this, and we come back to this low, this is not a good sign of a liquidity sweep, right? We've came back to this low, so now we can anticipate this sell side draw that I just had marked out. Because when we sweep this low and start to push higher, this right here, this low, should be protected and should be the lowest point in this move. But no, with respect to this fair value gap, and we've continued lower. So now we can anticipate lower prices. And let's play price through. And then we continue. So we chop around a bit and then continue to distribute lower. And as you can see, we head towards sell side. And then you just keep looking for these conditions. As you can see, it doesn't hit. And then you just keep playing these conditions, guys. All you need to know is the general direction of the market. As you can see right here, though, let's actually go back. This is a perfect instance. That hourly, which was my condition, look what price does. Tap into this fair value gap. We get an hourly, we get a 5-minute inverse. As you can see, price runs lower. So this is all you need to do in terms of conditions, guys. And then again, what if we just hit a major level of sell side liquidity? So now what we're going to do, we're going to wait and simply see how does price react off of this level of sell side liquidity. If you play price forward, you can see that we've got a strong candle close through this low. This is not a liquidity sweep. So now we can anticipate prices even lower because of this. This does not look like a liquidity sweep at all. So we can bring into play even lower sell side liquidity. And do you guys see the pattern here? You're just using conditions to anticipate where price is likely to go next. Do not marry a daily bias at the start of the day. You need to look, find your conditions, see what we're respecting and disrespecting, to be able to find the current draw on liquidity. You do not need to know what happens that whole day. When you are day trading for one session, you just need to know where the market is likely to go for that next hour or two. That's all you need to do. And step 3, simply react to what price is telling you, which is what I've been going through there. When we're reacting from fair value gaps, whether we're delivering off of liquidity sweeps, for example, look here, we've just swept this low. We have a super obvious condition here in this leg. It's hourly fair value gap. What do? Okay, we disrespect it. Okay, brilliant. And we've tapped into this fair value gap here again. We'll look for shorts to that low, which has been confirmed by this condition. We have another condition, and all of this confirms the fact that we will go to this sell side draw. And there we go. And you can catch trades in amongst all this using my models. So if you check out my Discord, sorry, my YouTube, you can see so many tutorials on this. And also join the Discord while I'm at it and ask any questions you need to ask. It's completely free and the link is in the description. That's all for this video. Hopefully this will make you finding your drawn liquidity so much more simple. Stop using daily bias and start using conditions and drawn liquidity. And hopefully that will improve your trading. Make sure to subscribe for more educational content. I will drop so much free source on this YouTube for you guys. And of course, get yourself in the Discord because that is where all the advanced content is at.